Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to 2023, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a new video. Well, on today's episode, you might have seen, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be reviewing that little car over there. I'll tell you more about the specs as well as we'll go for a drive on that car. But for now, happy Christmas, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you have a fantastic New Year as well as Christmas ahead. From the bottom of my heart, from my family, a very happy Christmas and a very happy New Year. Yes, I know I have not been uploading to YouTube for the past 7 days. I took some time off to spend with my family. I got some good dinners out of it. The usual stuff. So that's why I didn't upload it. But from now on, it's gonna be for every Monday and Friday. You're gonna get vlogs for sure, ladies and gentlemen. That's gonna be the 2023 New Year's resolution, ladies and gentlemen. Every 2 days, you're gonna get vlogs for sure. I'm not gonna miss any of that. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, I'm driving this. This is the Renault Kwid XT version. Ladies and gentlemen, there's no insulation. As you can see, there's a lot of dead space over here. I'll tell you more about the engine specs, how much the power this makes when I do the GoPro view. But for now, let's take a short look on this car. It has a good amount of ground clearance. Sure, this is a 14-inch tire. I'm not sure. Let me see. It has 80. Yep, it's a 155 80 or 13-inch. So 13-inch tires on the front as well as on the back. So let's see how much it has. So this, as I told you before, is, ladies and gentlemen, is the RXT with an automatic version. So don't forgive me for missing up the Renault badge because this has done around 63,000 kilometers. We had a good amount of boot space in the back. Obviously, you can see the suspension settings right over there. I'll tell you more about the suspension, how it feels when I'm driving the car, right? So, let's get back into it. Let's see how... So, as you can see right now, ladies and gentlemen, the seat has been moved pretty far back, and this is the amount of legroom that you get when a 6-foot person sits in the front seat. So this is my normal driving position. You can see there's good amount of space on offer. Well, under the support is not that much good. Head space is okay. You got a lot of head space. That's no issues. It's comfortable in the back, but I don't think more than 3 persons will be good for this. As you can see, it's an automatic, as I told you before. So let's go in the front and let's explore a little bit what this car has to offer. Ladies and gentlemen, on the front seat, as you can see right now, got a good amount of space. No dead pedals on offer, ladies and gentlemen. As I told you before, this is an automatic, but there's no specific dead pedal, so your foot just rests over here. But still, it's good. You have your brake, you have your clutch, you have your hood release right over here, as well as your headlight lever. It has good amount of brightness on the on the front headlights. Well, as usual, ladies and gentlemen, we got a dome light, no mirrors, flimsy as I don't know how this is blocking your vision, from your sunlight, but this is also flimsy. No rear views, plastics all around, ladies and gentlemen, just this pure plastic all around. You got double glove box for some reason. As you can see, top you got one, that's my GoPro, and the bottom you got another one, so that's pretty cool. And center also you got some big hole to save it. Here also there is some space to store. You can keep 2 water bottles or your Red Bull cans. You have a 12-volt charging socket. As I told you, ladies and gentlemen, I know it's a pretty dirty one. You have your handbrake, little bit of coin storage, but I'm really sorry because this has done almost 63,000 kilometers, ladies and gentlemen, and that's why it's been used. And this car comes courtesy to me from Zoomcar, so thank you Zoomcar. As usual, radio, I cannot play anything right now, ladies and gentlemen, because of copyright issues. You got your control vents right over here. You got your neutral, reverse and drive, ladies and gentlemen. These are for your window controls. This is to lock your doors, child lock safety, as well as this is your hazard lamps, ladies and gentlemen. So let me tell you about the screen. Well, simple display. Might have been a good digital display, but this is what you get on all models of the Kwid. I think so. The Renault Kwid Climber has the center speedometer right over here, like the Etios, Leva, or the older Indigo models. But you got your pretty basic setup right over here, ladies and gentlemen. Your speed right over here, as well as your fuel gauge right over here, and you got all your trip data right over here, as well as your gear position indicator. It doesn't show you which gear you're in, but it shows whether you're in neutral or whether you're in drive or reverse. So, and also this is for the light for pressing the brake pedal. So that's one thing. You got the engine light and all the other warning lights are present right over here. Well, you can change the display settings with a button that is present right over here. I don't think you can see it, but it shows you how much kilometer, all your trip data, mileage, all that stuff. You can obviously reset it, everything. And this is pretty much it on the interior. You go, AC, obviously you have your wipers right over here, indicators, lights, wiper, single wiper, ladies and gentlemen. The throw of water. Oops, there's no water inside, but still it's a good, it's a good spray. You got a single wiper system like on the McLaren F1 or the latest edition of the McLaren MP412C. So that's pretty good. This is pretty much it about the specs. Interiors of the car. It's pretty reliable machine, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, with the Renault going bankrupt, I'll tell you more about the downfall of the Renault. If you do want to see that, ladies and gentlemen, you know what to do. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, turn on your post notifications, ladies and gentlemen. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, strap on your seatbelts and let's go for a GoPro ride. So, ladies and gentlemen, first off, on the back, let's start with the models as well as the specs. I'll display it on the screen right now, so take a quick glance of it. I'll explain more about the car. First and foremost, always remember to wear your seat belts, ladies and gentlemen. So, the current version that I'm riding is the RXT model. So, if you go into the Renault website, link is down in the description below. But still, if you go into the Renault website, you can see that there are actually 4 models of the Kwid, ladies and gentlemen. The first one is going to be the RXL, which is the basic of the basic, ladies and gentlemen. It's a 0.8 liter RXL model with the maximum power of 54 bhp with the maximum torque output of 72, and it comes with only manual transmission, ladies and gentlemen. So approximately 800cc, equal to that of the Maruti Altos herself. So next one of that, you get the optional, which is nothing but added side claddings as well as some interior trim pieces, but that's not much, ladies and gentlemen. So next up is going to be the RXL 1 liter option, which is a little bit more power compared to the 0.8 liter RXL version. So it's going to be 68 horsepower with 91 newton meters of torque, as well as same, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be available only in the manual version. And as the next one, optional as usual, ladies and gentlemen, next one is the current one that I'm driving, is the 1 liter RXT model, which contains both manual as well as the ECR, which is the automatic that I'm riding right now, ladies and gentlemen. Both contains all the 4 models that I explained right now contains 5-speed automatic or the 5-speed manual, ladies and gentlemen. So the RXT version consists of 68 horsepower, 91 newton meters of torque, both available in ECR, as I told you before, manual as well as in automatic, ladies and gentlemen. It's a 3-cylinder motor. It's not that much of a peppy engine comparatively, ladies and gentlemen, but I'll give the benefit of the doubt. The steering on this Renault Kwid is extremely smooth, ladies and gentlemen. You can obviously move it with your finger, but there's always one downside to everything, ladies and gentlemen. So the first and foremost, before getting into the downside, let me tell you all the good things about this beautiful Kwid, ladies and gentlemen. So obviously, after all these models, there's a new model that has grounded right now. It's the 1 liter clamber engine, which is also available in both ECR as well as manual, ladies and gentlemen. Same amount of torque, same amount of power as the RXT version, but only difference is that you get a LCD display, full LCD display, not like this one, and as well as you get a little bit more tech stuff regarding the safety as well as things. So the RXT version consists of a single airbag, which is the driver side, no protection for the passenger. I don't know why. Instead of the passenger only, they gave the top glove box, as you might see in the experience of the Renault Kwid, ladies and gentlemen. So it has a basic instrument cluster, basic radio setup with a CD input drive. I don't know who uses CD these days, man. Okay, so anyway, the higher end 1 liter clamber engine, the clamber model has a touchscreen unit on the infotainment display, as well as an updated screen, ladies and gentlemen. But that's pretty much it, considering it. The price is all start from about 4.5 lakhs and end about 5.9 lakhs, which is about 6 lakhs, which is for the Kwid Climber, ladies and gentlemen. And there's a little bit updates on the Kwid Climber, like the headlights is positioned a little bit down. If you do want to see that, check out the Renault website. They have a beautiful picture of the car, but still, uh, it is one of the devastating cars that Renault has ever released, ladies and gentlemen. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. The car performs absolutely well in tough riding city conditions, ladies and gentlemen. When there is heavy traffic, this vehicle blows everything out of its proportions. But when you take it on a long drive or take it on a smooth tarmac, ladies and gentlemen, that's where it shows all of its bad colors. So first and foremost, let me tell you more about the suspension. That is the first thing that you want to do, ladies and gentlemen. I think so this suspension setup is too soft for my liking, and every single bump on the road you can feel it. So I think you might need to consider a valuable aftermarket suspension option, or you just need to change the compression, dampening as well as the preload on the from the suspension, and move it to a softer to a little bit medium or a harder suspension, ladies and gentlemen. Or kid you not, you will not be able to drive very smoothly, ladies and gentlemen. It's gonna be a hard ride, and your spine's gonna feel that in the pain. So that's one thing. Next up, as I told you before, ladies and gentlemen, this car has driven about 68,000 kilometers on a 1 year span, and thanks to Zoom car I got this car. But anyway, this car has done some lot of rough riding, and it shows, ladies and gentlemen, it shows. But for now, I have driven both the Renault Kwid in its new format as well as this old format, ladies and gentlemen. And the main thing that I came to know about the Kwid is that if you are trying to buy a Kwid, for God's sake, ladies and gentlemen, get the manual version. Do not ever get the automatic version. It seems that the automatic in this car, every time it wants to shift from the first to second, or any gears for that matter, it's bogged down so bad that you will feel like the Renault company is actually asking permission from India to France, and then only they are allowing you to change gears. That's how much amount of gear shift, bad the gear shift is on this vehicle, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know how they bought it in India, and I don't know how Indians are buying this vehicle still in the year of 2022, ladies and gentlemen. And also one more thing that I forgot to tell you about in the experience of this Renault Kwid interior features. There's actually no I was founded that I was in the year 2022, and this doesn't get an adjustable side view mirrors, ladies and gentlemen, side rear view mirror. So as you can see on the GoPro view, there's no stick, there's no power operated system for moving the side view mirrors, both for the passenger as well as on the driver. It seems that you have to do it manual. I don't know why. We are in the year 2022 year, they cannot fit a normal stick for a movement of a glass. Come on, man, Renault, you could have done better. So comparatively for that, two things. As I told you before, the suspension is pretty bad on this vehicle. You can feel a lot of bumps, as well as you can feel every single thing, ladies and gentlemen. Before telling you more about that, let's do a top speed run on this automobile. First off, as I told you before, the transmission is pretty bad. It slows you down too much, and it shifts for you in an unruly manner. So let's say if you're doing at 60 kph, it goes into fifth gear and it never shifts down, and you're gonna be hitting the accelerator pretty hard so that it can give up all the power and the torque required to reach it to about 80 or 90 kph. And the vehicle speed settles in about 95 to 100. That is the sweet spot for this vehicle, ladies and gentlemen. Above that, it's not stable because of the lightness of the steering, as well as it bad suspension setup, ladies and gentlemen. You're gonna feel that your front is above on the dirt and back is on the ground, so you're gonna feel like it's not gonna ride perfectly, and your steering's all wobbly, and eventually you're gonna end up in a wall or in back of a truck. So please make sure always to stay in probably around 95 to 100 is the safe spotted, but I'm doing this for the sake of you guys. So I'm a trained professional. I can ride at high speed, I can maintain a car, I know when and where the car loses its control, and by that time I promise you I will shift I will slow it down for sure. So as of right now, we're at 5th gear for 60 kph. I don't know why the car shifted itself, but still it goes, but with the amount of air that is rushing underneath the car without any proper downforce or aerodynamics of this car, the car lifts up so quick at 103 miles, 103 kilometers an hour, and it starts to go unruly and you could not ever control it. Obviously, this car, I think so, it goes about 120 kph. I don't know who's the good person that drives around 120 kph on this car. I promise you and I kid you not, this is gonna fly off when you do not take control of it. So that's one thing about the car. As well as I told you before, the suspension as well as the gearbox is not good, ladies and gentlemen. So if you do want to pick up this car, I'll tell you some of the options on the outro. So as far as riding goes, I'm gonna stop it right over here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not gonna bore you with more of the statistics. If you do want to learn more of the statistics of the car and how it works, obviously there are a lot of YouTube videos. I'll recommend some of you down below in the description, ladies and gentlemen. You can obviously go see that, but I want to make this video a short one so that I just want to experience my drive with the Renault Kwid. So let's switch to the outro, shall we? Okay guys, I just got back from returning the car back to its rightful owner. So hope you did like this video, ladies and gentlemen, and give me your thoughts below on the comment section below if you do want me to continue this type of vlogs or something different. Your inputs always matter to me, ladies and gentlemen. And also I hope you did like this video, ladies and gentlemen. I hope this video was informative. Well, as I was saying before, on the GoPro, you might have a little bit more choice than if you're interested in picking up a small vehicle for your commuter on your city, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're thinking of buying a Renault Kwid, please don't, ladies and gentlemen. There are so many other options that are way gooder good of an automobile than compared to the Renault Kwid. So you might have options such as the Maruti Espresso. You might have good options such as the Hyundai i20 N-Line, or even the new Hyundai Neos i10 Grand, ladies and gentlemen. That is one of the hot selling hatchbacks of India in the latest 2022. So if you are looking into the market of buying small cars, ladies and gentlemen, highly suggesting you to try out these three new cars, ladies and gentlemen: the Grand i10 Neos, the Hyundai's i20 N-Line, which is my favorite car, of my favorite hatchback to say the least, and the Maruti Espresso, ladies and gentlemen. And you got other choices as well. So before going into blindly buying a Renault Kwid, I highly recommend you to test driving all of these cars. And even Tata has the new Zesty, ladies and gentlemen, as well as the Tiago, the Tigor, and the other models also. They're also doing good in the in the space of hatchbacks, ladies and gentlemen. So I highly suggest you to check out those companies also. You might the rates might vary comparatively when you compare it to a Renault Kwid, but safety as well as specs do matter when you're driving a hatchback, ladies and gentlemen, because there are so many other factors besides the cost that of a car. Your life is dependent on these cars, ladies and gentlemen. So I highly suggest you to get get a value for your money when you're buying a car, whether it be a hatchback, an SUV, or even a luxurious supercar or a sports car, ladies and gentlemen. So hope you did like this video. I didn't want to explain more because you might have already seen a lot of videos of this on the YouTube scene. So I just wanted to give you my thoughts and feelings about how the Renault Kwid behaves, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you so much for watching another episode of Sunil's View, ladies and gentlemen. It's 2023. We are in the brink, ladies and gentlemen, and there are going to be some new changes on the 2023 New Year's resolutions, ladies and gentlemen, and I hope you guys will like that too and will support me. So thank you so much for watching this video, and you know what to do, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll see you on the next episode of Sunil's View. Until then, it's your boy Sunil signing off. Take care and have a great new year ahead. Peace.